The British royal family, long revered, has been embroiled in scandal, much of it involving Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. Camilla's climb to consort has been a spectacle, marked by scandal, duplicity, and a battle for legitimacy that many believe she will never win. However, her struggle for acceptability has been most evident among the royal family, not the tabloids or the public. While the monarchy navigates these stormy waters, Camilla's role becomes increasingly unclear. Her once unshakable power is now being questioned by royal family members. Edward's remarks show that the royal family no longer supports Charles and Camilla. Cracks are appearing, and the public's rising distaste for Camilla's control over the monarchy may become unavoidable. In conclusion, Camilla may have become a consort, but her past will always haunt her. The monarchy under her control is losing legitimacy. Edward's words show that the royal family faces more than health issues and external challenges. It is now clear that Camilla has caused familial turmoil, and it is unclear if the monarchy can endure. The monarchy's rise to power has always been defined by intrigue and secrecy. But Camilla's manipulation was unprecedented. Some say she was thrown into Charles's arms in a stormy, emotional affair. But everyone with common sense knows that this so-called love story was more about power and convenience than romance. Camilla was well-informed from the outset, weaving herself into the royal family's web and shaping the narrative. Her scheming began before she deserved fame. Remember that she married Andrew Parker Bowles while pursuing Prince Charles. It wasn't a forbidden love story, a calculated move. She knew her relationship to Charles would get her a place at the table, and she was determined to stay relevant despite not being the first pick. She wasn't mistress, strategist she was. Camilla's ascension was relentless, masked by a pleasant, down-to-earth character that's now so worn even royalists can see through it. I find it fascinating that so many people have ignored her cutthroat ambition beneath her nice smiles. Charles, despite his pomp, is not blameless in this story. However, Charles permitted Camilla to rewrite history and become consort, a position many say is unearned and based on years of secret political maneuvering, rather than love or merit. Some say it wasn't a romantic fairy tale, more like a political power grab by a woman determined to reclaim the royal foal at any cost. If we're honest, Camilla's legacy is daring, not compassion or obligation. Even though the monarchy has been a game of survival of the fittest for ages, Camilla's survival was never about her royal ancestry. Her manipulative, charming, and continuous presence were key. Over time, she learned power's intricacies, when to be visible and when to retreat. And retreat she did when Prince Charles's health declined. But don't confuse her silence for humility. She has always known how to wait for the right moment. After Edward's veiled but harsh criticism of Buckingham Palace, the royal family is losing credibility. Camilla, the monarchy's supposed savior, is becoming a liability. Edward, usually careful with words, dropped an unavoidable truth bomb. Bringing up complex relationship issues could have been a caution. The royal family is now admitting what many suspected. Camilla's leadership isn't all it seems. Edward's comments regarding Charles and Camilla's troubles are more than just familial concern. They indicate that the monarchy is collapsing under the weight of the one expected to support it. His comments are tense, a veiled acknowledgement that the royal veneer is disintegrating. Though they may appear together, Charles and Camilla's once ironclad connection is crumbling. Edward's statement queries more than it answers. What are these complicated issues no one wants to discuss? Are Camilla's royal duties too much for her? Could it be that the monarchy's loyal followers have never truly embraced her as queen? Camilla's power struggles behind closed doors may be more than family drama, according to Edward. They concern the monarchy. Camilla has used Charles's poor health to consolidate her power. Over the years, we've learned that she never misses a chance. She now seems obsessed with royal duties, which she earlier considered too much. Camilla plays the long game and knows what she's doing, despite her tiredness. She's building power and waiting to strike. Prince Edward, a prince, has kept his ideas and views private until recently. Edward broke the royal silence and revealed Buckingham Palace's dysfunction in a rare moment of transparency. Edward's comment on his brother King Charles and Camilla's relationship has resonated throughout the royal world. It's hard on my brother and Camilla. As a family, we've always realized things aren't as straightforward as they seem. Their problems are more complicated than people think. Though I won't speculate, consider this. The time is hard for everyone. Camilla's carefully crafted public image is eroding. The public is seeing flaws in her carefully maintained facade, behind staged photos and choreographed grins. Her consortship was portrayed as humility and devotion, different from the calculating woman who destroyed a marriage for personal gain. The royal family and press continue to promote her image, but the truth is getting harder to ignore. Camilla's biggest accomplishment is staying relevant despite scandals that should have wrecked her at every turn, not her public work or charity work. The royal family supported her for years, but now their devotion is eroding. A love marriage has become a political alliance, with Camilla's goals overshadowing her husband's health issues. Camilla's modest service in the monarchy seems unlikely to have endured. She has always wanted to be the focus of attention, as if the title of consort were her inheritance rather than a disputed title pushed on the people. She appears charitable and humble, yet her influence grows unchecked. Camilla's presence in the royal family is devastating. Once admired for its history, duty, and tradition, many today see the monarchy as a circus. Camilla twisted a symbol of togetherness and respect into a soap opera. The monarchy is a stage for personal vendettas, power conflicts, and ongoing PR battles. Under Camilla's influence, the royal family now represents everything wrong with the monarchy, not the British people. The monarchy's destiny depends on Charles's health. Camilla's goals appear endless, but the royal family's future is uncertain. Edward's cryptic statements and Camilla's silence indicate that the royal family is divided. The monarchy's legitimacy is being questioned daily as the veneer fractures. Camilla's influence cannot be ignored. She became consort, but her affair with Charles and Diana's death will forever stain her legacy. Her deliberate rise to power may destroy the monarchy, which is on the brink of irrelevance. No narrative concerning the British royal family is as easy as it sounds, according to history. Camilla has managed to become a central figure in the monarchy through cunning. Be explicit from the outset. Camilla is not a humble woman who got consort by bad luck. This woman understood what she was doing throughout. She didn't ascend for love, duty, or service. There was power, control, and a constant determination to gain influence, no matter who or what she had to sacrifice. Seeing her well-choreographed road to the throne makes it hard to reject her deception. She knew what she wanted when she became Charles's mistress, and wouldn't let anything stop her. She doesn't seem to mind that she was married before. Why would? Camilla uses titles and relationships as tools as needed. If that meant ending Charles and Diana's marriage, fine. What's a little collateral damage when you want your way? How carefully Camilla's public image has been built over the years is almost ridiculous. Despite spending decades as the other woman, who had to wait her turn, she's been portrayed as a symbol of grace, respect, and love. How can one become the UK consort from the villain in a tragic love story? Knowing how silly it all is, I think it's worth considering. Charles has always been tragic and misunderstood, but Camilla has created an approachable, simple persona. She appears as a commoner who became regal. We shouldn't kid ourselves. Camilla's no commoner. Her seduction skills allow her to seduce Charles and the monarchy into accepting her. Call it a manipulation masterclass. Edward's comments are measured but powerful. When asked about Camilla's mindset toward death, she speaks of it. His comment conveys a subtle but unambiguous message. The royal family is in trouble. Edward has been quiet about the details, but Camilla and Charles's relationship has always shown fractures, even to their closest friends. Edward's comment that things aren't as simple as they seem is more than just an observation. It shows that the royal family is concealing Camilla's dysfunction. She represents the monarchy's boring, uninspired, and useless modern face. She's been made consort despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. This is not a storybook ending. Camilla wasn't given her crown as a romantic gesture. She earned it by relentlessly pursuing and waiting for the proper opportunity. She's holding on to her title like a lifeline now that she's at the top, even though she knows it's risky. The monarchy, long a symbol of duty, history, and lineage, has become a political game, which is almost poetic. And Camilla? She's the queen of that game, stretching every rule and truth. Despite the damage she has done, she wants her name to be forever carved in royal history. Camilla's incredible ability to be silent when it favors her is intriguing. She's superb at playing the passive role while manipulating the strings from behind the scenes. She speaks little because her actions, or inactions, speak volumes. Camilla's quiet is her greatest weapon in a world of continual royal scrutiny. She appears to be a supportive wife, supporting her husband through health issues while staying out of the spotlight. Please note that this quiet is not humble. Camilla's move is planned to maintain control. While Charles's health concerns have made royal obligations harder, Camilla has been active as consort. She may be less visible, but she's staying relevant behind closed doors. You can bet she speaks for a cause. Prince Edward's comments may be meant to secure her place in the royal fold or hide the holes in her carefully manufactured image. His criticism of the royal family is not a mistaken judgment. Edward, usually discreet, addressed Charles and Camilla's relationship through rumors of their separation. Edward tried to be tactful, but his comments were subtle and stinging. Edward's comment about the royal couple's complex issues was a disguised warning that there's more to the story. Edward's view of Camilla is negative. Even though she's welcomed into the family, this woman has done little to earn her spot other than strategic persistence. Edward's comments are careful but meaningful. He implies that the royal family faces bigger issues than personal concerns. Camilla's continuous influence contributes to the monarchy's dilemma. The monarchy's future under Camilla? My guess is it's not bright. Charles and Camilla appear to be on the throne, but their reign feels like a chapter that should have finished years ago. Despite its history and tradition, the monarchy is now a shadow of itself, on the brink of irrelevance. And Camilla? She desperately holds on to her title while this deterioration continues. She may have convinced some that she merits her crown, but everyone paying attention knows she's only there because of her relentless ambition and desire of power. Monarchy no longer means duty or service. Camilla has decided to survive at all costs. It's hard not to feel sorry for Charles. Once a promising future king, he now seems like a puppet in the hands of a lady who understands how to pull his strings. The monarchy's future depends on individuals with the vision and strength to lead it, not Camilla. Unfortunately, as long as Camilla manipulates royal life, that hope looks increasingly unlikely. Don't pretend Camilla's elevation to consort wasn't deliberate and self-serving. Her position in the royal family has always been controversial, for good reason. Camilla's affair with Charles during his marriage to Princess Diana remains. Her acts deeply wounded the monarchy, and time has not healed them. Her marriage to Charles never symbolized royal unity. Years of scandal, infidelity, and public outrage were to blame. Camilla managed to use the circumstances to become Charles's consort. As Charles's health declines, she appears to be using his fragility to consolidate her control while maintaining her carefully created public image. It appears that the monarchy no longer values tradition, duty, or service. Power, influence, and personal gain dominate. Camilla excels at this tough terrain. Edward's comments demonstrate that even royals can see the flaws. The absence of Charles and Camilla in public has been noted. They rarely appear together at royal gatherings and have become less visible. Camilla, who formerly sought attention and recognition, now seems to be retiring. Her tiredness may be an indication that her position is taking its toll. Camilla's injury isn't easily forgotten by the public. Her part in ruining Charles and Diana's marriage has tarnished the monarchy. While some have embraced Camilla's place beside Charles, others still struggle with the past. Over time, whispers about her past actions, public opinion manipulation, and power desire become louder. After Prince Edward's carefully prepared comment implied criticism of his brother's relationship with Camilla. The royal family has always kept quiet during scandals, but Edward's subtle comments hint that the situation may be worse than the public thinks. His admission that their problems are more complicated than people think suggests a level of dysfunction the monarchy can no longer ignore. Edward never directly attacked Camilla, but his remarks meant a lot. Camilla's royal debut was not as flawless as many had imagined. From her flirtation with Charles to her public expulsion by royal watchers, her journey to consort was controversial. She has risen to power via self-interest and premeditated efforts to maintain her position, even at the expense of her dignity. Camilla may have fooled some with her carefully created image of a loyal wife and public servant, but her reign will always be remembered for scandal and betrayal. She may have been crowned consort, but she will never be a royal favorite. Charles and Camilla are precariously balancing the royal family. The flimsy mask Camilla has built over the years is crumbling, and the public is no longer forgiving her past misconduct. Edward's measured statements show that royal family disputes go beyond surface-level disagreements. They represent years-old, unresolved conflicts. The royal family may survive this current controversy, but one thing is certain: Camilla's throne is precarious. And that's all for today. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and make sure to subscribe for more amazing content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next video.